Well, my car is pretty well done. We're going to be needing a gear first before she's ready. I'm going to pick up a gear tomorrow. That's how she sits right now. I'm still running a floater under my car, but everybody else is running quick change. It's all about that money. I would really like to run a quick change. Gears are a lot cheaper, but my car is pretty well done. She's fired up. She's running, ready to go. I got minimal stuff to do to her besides order a new wrap, which we're going to put a new wrap on her. Make her look really good. We got a good body, and there's some odds and ends stuff that ran last season on her, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Now for our project car. So there's a modified class. They're called E-mods. I don't know if it's really like entry modifieds or economy modifieds, but either way, we're building a motor for it, and we've been cutting off a lot of stuff, adding bars, just odds and ends stuff. And the thing about it is we picked this car up really cheap, and we're not looking really to do a whole lot with it. We know pretty well how it's going to function. It's a metric stub car, but it's old. It's an old Harris car, and we're updating it as close as we possibly can. Used to be a leaf spring car, and we made it a coil spring car with a 2-link. And so show what we kind of did over here. After we put a brand new body on it, step back here. We put a brand new body on it. Of course, when we got the car, it was in pretty rough shape. But the only reason why I said let's do it was, number one, the cage was very sound. Like, whoever had it kept it in a shop. It wasn't outside. There's no leaves and rust, and the cage was very sound. So I said, let's give it a try. So we got about $600 in the car with the body and everything like that. With all the parts that we've bought right now, we've got about $1,200 in the car, and that's kind of what we're shooting for. We're shooting for a cheap build to let one of my buddies get into it, get his feet wet. So what we did, you see back here, that's where your leaf springs used to mount up to. And this used to be the front bracket where the leaf springs would bolt to. Well, that doesn't give you a whole lot of room if you want to run a link bar to set your height for if you want to be tighter or softer, more loose. I'm sorry. So I built these new link brackets, got those in. This side is a slider. This side has the hole, so you don't have to take your bolt all the way out. And put new springs in it. Made these cups. We can set the right heights and everything. The weight jacks. I made a new shock mount. So we're running our shock. The pull bar has to be changed because it's got to be a solid pull bar, so we're going to have to take that out. But luckily, I mean, we found axles for it. It's a 60-inch centered rear end. Luckily, we found axles. It's kind of hard to find, but we had to buy brand new ones, which is probably a good idea anyways. The only thing that's bent. Then on this side, we did the same thing. New link bracket, and there was a bar that ran here. I had to cut all that out because there's this old Nerf bar here that weighs like 400 pounds, and we're not running that. We're going to run something lighter. And so this same thing, it's a slider, all your holes. And same thing on here. New springs. I built these cups, and then new shock mount in the back. So, like I said, that's an old car. We know we're not going to go out there and freaking lap people with it. It's to get his feet wet, but I want him to be able to handle this car. So today I also went ahead and redid the front end. We got brand new tie rods on it. We're running stock stuff. We're not running swedge tubes on the front end. Pitman arm, and everything on this car is brand new. It's got we put brand new ball joints on it, brand new springs. Every nut and bolt that's going to be on this car is brand new. But he went ahead and picked up these headers because I wasn't too sure about this car being an older car, what kind of headers we would run. because this stuff here, all this junk's in the way, and I really don't know what to do with it. I don't want to cut too much and not, take away from stability. But what I did on the driver's side is I went ahead and cut it here, and I cut it here and move this bar down. I got to replace this motor mount, and that's what I did here. I just moved that bar down, welded it. I still got to fill that in, but then I added this bar for driver support, so that way we can actually get a header in there. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, so we can put headers in there. He's going to run straight down tube, basic truck headers, because I really don't know what kind of headers are going to fit this car with all that chaos. So we put brand new window bars in the car, got a door plate also inside there we put in there. Now it's time to get my shop cleaned up. I got this place a mess, but that's how we're rolling. I'll keep you guys updated.